random stuff on my desk. Why are you so far away? Get over here.
That's like me when I'm recording stuff at home. I have to say.
Do you want a lollipop?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Stage everything.
Oh, damn.
Is this your card?
Uh-oh, Skedio.
This looks like a birth control thing. Like,
It does. It's
dial it up.
It's an emotion wheel.
Dial myself up a baby.
How are you feeling today, Bill?
What are my options?
You can be in the category angry, the category sad, happy, peaceful, surprised, or fearful.
Surprise.
Surprised. You could also be confused,
Definitely.
amazed, overwhelmed, shocked, or I can't read that. Startled.
I'm startled. I'm shocked and chagrined. How was your New Year? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thank
It's
you.
2025. I can't believe it.
I can't either.
How was your New Year?
Oh my gosh, I heard it was going to snow.
Yep, it's supposed to snow really bad on Sunday. So who knows if we're going to be here on Monday.
Like it's going to kill us?
Yeah. What is that one? The Day After Tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
That one movie?
You remember, I don't know, how old are you? You're almost 30, right? I think this was before you, but
I'll be 30 in February.
a long time ago, people on the 16th, sorry.
16th, yay.
People used to go across the country by covered wagon. And a long time ago, some people were going to California because they wanted to move there because there was no state income tax or something. And they got stuck at this place called the Donner Pass and they ate each other. Do you know this story?
What? No?
Yeah, they cannibalized.
That's wild.
Yeah, apparently. I mean,
What is that one game that we used to play all the time with the
eat
pilgrims?
somebody. What?
What is the game that we always used to play all the time with the pilgrims and you like most of the time you died from dysentery if you didn't make the
Oh shit! Was it a computer?
Oregon Trail?
No. Oh,
It's
that's
like
an
Oregon
old
Trail,
one,
but
man.
extreme.
Oregon Trail. Yeah, exactly.
Extreme Oregon Trail.
Yeah, it was a thing. I mean, you know what's crazy about news back then? I don't know how you would have a war like 250 years ago. Like when we had a war with England. When I say we, I mean the United States of America, which I was born into.
I do not subscribe to
Yeah,
the
lucky
United
me.
States.
Lucky me. But you know what? It took like what 2 months to get across the ocean. So like shit would happen here, and then you have to write a letter to tell the king what's going on. 2 months later, he gets it, and then 2 months later, it comes back. It's just not an effective way to have a war. Very, very much of a
So
time
what is an
drag.
effective way to have a war, Bill?
Nuclear weapons.
You heard it here first, folks.
You know what? I told this to Melissa the other day. It just blows my mind that people actually kill each other.
and that there's an active genocide going on currently as we speak.
I mean-
is that controversial? It shouldn't be.
The older I get, the more disappointed I am in everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody.
Yep.
Even like Captain Kangaroo. Not that, I mean, he's dead.
We're really starting off 2025 on a really great positive note.
No, we should start. I'll start over again.
Did you watch our therapy and advice episode on inner issues?
No.
That was a really interesting.
You know what I did though? I saw several shorts that we put out, and they were all very well done.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with them.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't watched the new episode either.
Oh,
I need to watch it.
it's about therapy.
Yeah, we gave advice about therapy.
That's the word I was looking for. I don't know how to respond to that live. It makes me angry.
The fact that it says therapy
Advice.
Yeah.
We don't give advice.
I'll rename it.
I mean, oh my God, look at me. You've known me for 7 years. Would
Yeah,
you ever
well-
take advice from me?
I mean, to be fair, like we are giving helpful suggestions.
Maybe. We're giving suggestions based on what we've done. I don't even think we give suggestions. I think we just talk about what we did.
Yeah, true. And I talk about like
You
the
got
gold
something right here.
the gold standard for things.
Right here.
Is it the mouse?
Yeah.
I'll move that out of the way.
Thank you. That was driving me crazy.
With your fucking ADHD.
Oh, shit. One time I was on a Zoom call and I was waiting for everybody else. And so I was playing around with the filters, and there's one to make you a pirate. Right. And so I'm wearing glasses and I'm holding my phone, looking at myself on Zoom. And I've got like a bandana here and a patch, and I'm like, I gotta take a picture. I'm gonna screenshot it. So I reach up and I'm like, oh, I gotta take my glasses off. So I did this to pull off my eye patch, so I could, so I could take my glasses off, and I was going like this. I was looking at myself, going, "What the?" I couldn't grab the string.
The disillusionment.
Mhm.
And that's where I fear that we may be going as a society, because with TikTok being potentially banned and AI bots being pushed into the stratosphere of social media, let's get back outside. Let's log off our phones. Let's get back outside.
I like that.
Let's actually connect in the real world before our reality is completely distorted.
You know what? That's a really good point, because connecting in the real world doesn't have to be what it used to be when I was 6.
It could be coming to the recovery center and taking some classes.
It could be.
We're immune from adaptation in this building, meaning we are still in the 90s. I'd say that's about as old as we've gotten here in this building. Every time you walk in, you feel like you're back in time again.
Why do you say that?
Because we got people walking around with flip phones. People don't know how to use a computer. They don't know what the internet is. Most people here don't have social media.
Okay, let's talk about somebody else. Get off me.
No, it's really nice. I enjoy it. I think it's great. You still see people around here walking with flip phones. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm next.
Okay, fair enough. We're supposed to get like, I don't know, 40 centimeters of snow or something over the next 2 days.
6 to 13 inches.
So I thought, well, we can do our class on Monday online. We'll Zoom it. And so I wrote down everybody's phone number from our class to call them and tell them in case we are closed. And then I thought I should write down their emails, but a lot of people don't have emails. And then I was thinking of the people in my class, how many of these people do I know actually cannot even do a Zoom thing? Wouldn't be, and not half.
Well, if they have a phone, they can do Zoom. They can call in.
I know. Oh yeah, no video. Remember, like,
but you can call in, and for them, it'll basically sound like you're on like a 5-way call, whereas everybody else will be like online on the computer.
It was maybe 4 or 5, like at time 6 years ago. We had a pandemic. Do you remember that? Were you here?
Yes, I was here.
And we did classes in our building for people. And when people couldn't leave their houses anymore, we tried to get online. And we had a tough
I think
time.
I remember being a part of that.
I think every day, all day. But we were pretty successful at that.
Yeah, it was. I would spend, not kidding you, hours on the phone with people trying to get them connected.
Same person.
Yeah. Sometimes same person.
Yeah.
Sometimes multiple people throughout the day. It really just depended on. It was definitely a skill of patience, and I have learned I'm not the greatest at explaining things.
Me too. I'm not a good teacher.
So it was really, really, it was a great experiment for me to be like, okay, this is how I should explain something instead of this. It was really helpful for me to kind of adapt. I came here when I was a baby. I still feel like I'm kind of a baby, to be honest.
I get that.
In comparison to a lot of the people that come in this building.
Like
well, now we have some younger staff on staff. Woohoo! I don't feel like the baby here anymore, but I was at one point.
When I came here, I was a grown up, and then like 2 years later, I was a kid again.
Well, I think it really depends on where you're at, like developmentally, versus where you're actually at in your age, or
absolutely.
where you're at in your recovery process.
That's what I meant.
I mean, when I got here, I was pretty far along in my recovery process, but I have since realized that I wasn't as far along as I thought that I was. And now that I'm doing like so much like work on my emotions and like work on, doing some somatic healing, I realize that I'm really just a toddler at dealing with my emotions. But if you like cognitive behavioral therapy wise, I'm Uncle Iroh, You know
what? Being able to say that you're a toddler in some respects, though, is really a sign of maturity. Because you're able to see things that you weren't able to see before.
Yeah, and like emotionally, I have to try to meet myself where I'm at because, like, emotionally, I'm still operating from such a very young place. Because when I was young, I was never able to meet my emotions fully as a child.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have those big breakdowns or those childlike reactions, I never really had the opportunity to have those.
Mm-hmm.
Or I would just internalize them, right? And so now I am giving myself grace and allowing myself the privilege of being able to really fully feel my emotions and work through them. And and meet them as if they are a child and comfort myself as if I am a child. So I'm both parenting myself and, allowing myself to be a child at the same time. And so it is a very interesting, arduous, rewarding process.
You used 2 words there that were really good, and I forgot both of them. But it was like, did you use the word privilege?
Yeah.
Well, in what respect?
The privilege to, feel my emotions.
Oh, allowing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other one, that's one. And the other one was, I think, just the idea of being able to identify them. Grace. It was the word grace, giving yourself grace. That's been an uphill battle for 7 years. That I know.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear you say it. I've been doing that. I've been using that word quite a bit, actually, and trying to be grateful for it.
Yeah.
Grace is a good thing. There's more grace in this building than any other building I've ever been in.
Yeah.
This is how it goes. Don't fuck it up.
Hold a mirror back to you.
Oh, hey, speaking of, I'm back. I'm happy to be back.
Happy that you're back. Happy to have you back.
You're going to see me on Tuesday next week.
Good.
It's going to blow your mind.
You're not going to see me because I'll be at home.
Oh, I'll be here Thursday. You?
No.
Perfect.
I am here Monday, Wednesday, Friday because I think the great thing about growing into yourself and having a sense of self-awareness is being able to set boundaries with yourself.
100,000,000%.
Because when I got in this building, I had none. I was void of boundaries. I was a chronic people pleaser. I said yes to everything, ran myself into the ground. We've talked about this conversation 1,000,001 times.
Yeah.
Now, as I am stumbling into my 30s, I am realizing that it's okay to say no.
Stumbling into my 30s is a good name for a book. I have this friend, and she said, what was it? My friend Gina the other day said, I don't remember the situation, but she was very angry about something, and she said, either hold me back or make me leave.
That's awesome. Yep.
Hold me back or make me leave.
No, that's literally it. That's literally me.
Yeah, you came in like a puppy, and you're like, I love everybody. And they're like, oh, well, then we'll take advantage of that.
No, literally.
And not because they did it on purpose, and not because,
Well, it's just because I wouldn't allow them really anything else, to be honest. I mean, that's the thing about being a people pleaser, is that it's manipulative. At the end of the day, you being a people pleaser and you trying to solve everybody else's problems and take on everybody's stuff is manipulative. Not always. It's not in nature, right? You're not a manipulator, right? It's not, you're not a manipulative person. It, as an act, can be manipulative because of the fact that you're saying yes and giving and giving and giving, and then you become resentful because what are you getting back, right? And it's with that intention of, okay, I'm doing this to hopefully get some sort of return of admiration, of greatness and self-esteem.
Is that what you were doing?
No, not for me. For me, it was more of I didn't know any better. I didn't know anything else than that. I was never afforded an opportunity to say no in my life.
Right.
So I didn't know it was an option.
Yeah, good point.
And
yeah, you know what? We carry things from our personal lives into our business lives.
And I think too, like a lot of it was I wanted to prove myself to myself.
Big one.
I wanted to, a lot of my self-worth came from this job and came from the opportunities that I was afforded from this job. And I just wanted to take on everything that I could to prove to myself that I could. And then I proved to myself that that's not a good idea because I can't be Superwoman. And then I ran myself into the ground.
You know what's really cool? I was here a couple weeks ago in the evening, and we had an event, rad writing workshop. And there were 2 people running it.
It was rad support.
Yeah.
It wasn't a writing workshop.
No.
It was yoga and peer support.
Okay. It was yoga. There were 2 people I didn't know. And I was helping them set up, and I said, you guys know how this came about? And they were like, no. Never heard of me or you. I'm helping them set up, and they had no idea that you and I started this thing 6.5 years ago. Isn't that wild, though? It was really cool because even though it was a handful of people doing yoga and whatever the other thing was, what was the other thing?
Support group.
Support group. that wouldn't have happened if we hadn't had those brainstorming, times and put ourselves out there. And it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot. It made me feel good.
Yeah.
And it made me pissed that they didn't know it was us.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's, that's also a part of my journey as well, is delegation.
Good one.
And that has now been delegated to our expansion grant project director, because young adults is something that's in the expansion grant. And so I said, what better way to reach young adults than this thing we've already curated, and we've curated it 5-6 years ago.
I love it. What did Melissa say? I can't remember. I'll jump back to it because, man, my mind. I did. Oh shit! I didn't have to work at all this week. We had a holiday this week. I was gonna say I've been overworked, but
you've been underworked. That's how I feel too. I feel like I'm like not back in the groove of things yet because of all the holidays that we've had, and I just feel. Blech.
Guess what I saw yesterday?
What?
I walked outside, and it was like 7 o'clock at night, so it was dark. And I looked up, and I saw Starlink train of satellites. Have you ever seen this?
Mm-mm.
It's really cool. I'll show you. I got a pretty decent video, but there. You know what Starlink is?
No.
It's Elon Musk's company that provides.
Boo.
I get you. Wi-Fi internet all over the world. It's a satellite network, and these things. So they go in the satellite train. They launch them in a train when they come out of the rocket, the cargo bay, and they're held together by magnets.
You love
badass,
magnets.
cool for me, right? And so these things are about the size of refrigerators, and they're maybe this far apart, and they're going 15,000 miles an hour around the Earth. And there may have been 25 of them strung out in this chain. It was really cool looking.
Whoa.
So you look up and it's like a diamond bracelet being stretched out across the sky, and then it disappears. It was pretty cool. Second time I've seen it.
That's really cool.
First time blew my mind. I was like, what?
I didn't know you could just see that.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. You can only see it when the sun is reflecting off the bottom of the satellites.
Oh.
So the sun had set, but it was going.
Oh, that's really sick.
It was, yeah. It was
that's
cool.
Really cool.
And to think, the 40 seconds that I was staring at them, they moved 300 miles or so. Just moving on.
That is really neat. You're a big space guy, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You like that kind of
I
stuff.
like it. Fascinates me.
You and Caitlin should get together and talk. She's doing a lot of intergalactic research for this book that she's writing.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd be all about that. The older I get and the more I learn, the more I think it's all true. Dragons and fairies and leprechauns.
Did you hear they found aliens in the ocean?
Don't doubt it. You know what? The planet should be called Water, not Earth. We fucked that up from the beginning. That's a marketing problem. I mean, when we talk about traveling to another planet, one of the big problems is radiation, because it destroys human bodies. Water is an amazing radiation block. So the fact that this planet is 70% water, yeah, there are things living. There are probably whole species that we don't know about. We would live under the water if we knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
It's a lot safer. It's a lot easier to move around. It's better on your body.
No, that is very true.
It's that breathing thing. That's the trick.
Yeah, we need our gills back.
We do. Bill's gills.
Bill's gills. Did you get anything cool for Christmas?
You know what? I did.
Cool.
So, you know me.
I do know you.
Okay. I hate getting presents.
You do.
I have no poker face.
No.
I mean, I don't. Excuse me. And so I told Melissa, I hate getting presents and I don't have a poker face. And so we talked about it, and she was like, do you want to open everything like in a closet by yourself? And I'm like, yes, please.
No way. That's funny.
But we decided we exchanged on Christmas Eve, just two of us, so I didn't have to do it in front of a family, because I don't want to set that example for the kids.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Me crying and them not.
Yeah.
So one of two things happened. Either I've grown and I now have overcome that problem, Or she got me really cool stuff.
It's probably the latter.
I got some badass earbuds, which is really cool because, you know me, making videos and shit. That's helpful.
Oh, very nice.
And that's what's in my head. But everything I got was really sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah. What about you?
Didn't get much.
No.
I got a scarf for my mom, and then my dad got me some.
Wait, your mom didn't go fucking crazy and
She didn't. No, because she doesn't have money this year.
okay.
So, she left it up to my dad for the gifts, and my dad got us
Gorilla Glue.
silver dollars.
The patriarchy has spoken.
Yeah, the Ron Swanson type man that he is. Go bury this in your backyard and let it accumulate interest.
I'm gonna need this.
What am I, a pirate?
Your money's no good. What am I, a pirate?
And he said, it's about $600 worth right there. And I gave it back to him. I said, here's rent. In front of my whole family. He seemed really embarrassed. And
That's funny.
And I said, okay, I'm just joking. Thank you, Dad.
Oh my God, my dad did that stuff when he got older. If you went to his house, his coffee table was like piled with mail. Every organization in the world was asking for money. And I don't know what you call them. They're not mints, but everybody wanted him to buy some kind of coin. You need gold. You're going to die in a hole unless you buy gold right now. People scare old people. Hey, if I start to get scared of stuff and say things like, I better make sure I have nothing to say here. An extra blanket.
I have silver dollars.
Silver dollars, yeah. You gotta say no. Or if I start saying, I want to give all my money to St. Jude Children's Hospital, which I think they do great stuff. But that's really where they catch old people.
Yeah.
That's an old people.
I don't think you're there yet. I don't have to worry about you. But if you are and you do, I will.
There's one easy way to fix it, and that's to make sure I don't have any money when I'm old.
Yeah.
And I'm well on the way to that.
Make sure we up your circle.
Really. To the point where he almost drools. Not quite. It's a tough line. You'll know it. It's Medication Mishap Monday. Shit, man. I have accidentally taken Seroquel before. Like in the daytime when I was supposed to take amoxicillin or something. And
I've accidentally taken Seroquel a bunch of times.
It sucks, man. Yeah. That stuff.
It really does kick your butt.
It does. So here's what happened. I don't have any New Year's resolutions because that's setting yourself up for failure.
Oh, I will say about my gifts that I got for Christmas. My friend got me my favorite coffee. She got me a fun game. And then I got a pickle shirt.
A pickle shirt?
I got a pickle shirt.
What's that mean?
It's a shirt with pickles on it.
Is that a thing?
It's a thing for me. I love pickles.
Oh, how do I not know this?
I don't know. How do you not know this about me? I'm obsessed with pickles. I'll have to show you the shirt. Because it matches my pickle bag that I have.
Pickle bag.
I have a pickle bag and I have a pickle shirt.
How come I didn't know?
Okay, what were your New Year's resolutions?
Oh, no. So that's setting yourself up for failure. So what I'm going to do this year, I'm going to do stand-up comedy. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. And here's the deal. I'm not just going to do it. I'm going to do it until I'm happy with it.
Okay.
So it may take me twice.
There you go. So that's your intention. It's not a New Year's resolution. It's a New Year's intention.
It's a goal. New Year's intention?
You intend to do some more.
I'm going to do that this year.
You intend to do more stand-up.
And I'm also going to sing in public.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. And be happy about it. I know.
Well, all right. Looks like we're going to have to do an open mic night here sometime.
I like that. I've been looking at the list on Wednesdays at, is it Go Bananas? Go Bananas. That's when they do theirs. And there's like 20 names on there usually, and like one girl. And I'm like, if I was a girl, that's how I would meet guys. Even though I don't know anything about comedy, I would go to open mic stand-ups.
I'm trying to find my pickle shirt, but I can't find it. Oh, well.
What was that?
What's that? Did you just eat my M&Ms?
No, these are mine.
Where are mine?
Uh-oh.
No, it's okay. You can
Can I have
them.
your M&Ms?
That's fine.
Thank
Go ahead.
Did you do anything for New Year's Eve?
No.
Me neither.
No.
Well, that was 2 nights ago?
Yep.
I didn't even stay up till midnight.
I did. And I FaceTimed my friend because Evan was asleep. And then Evan woke up because he heard 5, 4, 3. He heard me say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then he woke up.
Which friend did you FaceTime?
Maureen.
Oh, gotcha. And how's she doing?
She's doing good.
Is she happy to be back in Ohio?
She is, and I am. So
How's Evan?
Evan's good. He lost his job right for the holidays, so that's not fun. So he's looking for a new job again.
Did he? Serious question. Did he lose it in time to still ask Santa for it? Another job, or was it window closed?
Too late. Window was closed.
I'm sorry about that one.
Santa's duties were already being fulfilled.
Yeah, he's busy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of logistics.
Mm-hmm. But other than that, we're doing all right. We're trying to make our way out of our noisy house.
I know.
I don't sleep very much, and my nervous system is very dysregulated.
You know, until I knew what you were going through, I always had this kind of tangential relationship with people who were going through something with their neighbors as far as noise goes. And I'm like, well, come on. But it can wreck your life. It really can, because it gets to sleep. And, you know, sleep is one of the 3 hills we die on: sleep, exercise, and nutrition.
And also, when I'm constantly going like this every day,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just like, I can't relax. I'll show you some videos on how noisy they are.
That's okay. That's creepy.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, when I'm wearing like noise canceling headphones, I can still feel them walking.
That's gotta suck ass.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Like you can't get away from it.
No, you can't. Like, I come here to get away from my house, and that's
Out of the frying pan.
yeah, and that's funny. I gotta go to work to feel better.
Scary.
Right.
Speaking of going to work to feel better, I had a meeting with a place called Blue Ridge.
Oh yeah, how did that go? I wanted to hear about that.
It went really well. I met with 3 people. I met with their director of utilization management. I met with their not admissions the other week, discharge person, and their HR person. And what came out of it was really good. And one thing is they do a 40-hour training for their new employees.
Mhm.
And we talk about case management a lot, you and I, on here. This is a big part of the lives for a lot of people that we work with, myself included. And there's huge turnover in case management. And
Yep. It's a hard job.
turns out there's huge turnover at behavioral health hospitals.
Well, guess what? I found out.
Hmm.
People who are at some of the organizations around here have around 70 people on their caseload.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just too much.
Same thing's happening at the hospitals for not necessarily the RM physician, but the techs and the people who work with the people in the hospital, kind of the
Mhm.
I don't know what they're called. Techs is the big one. Are coming in with no experience and no idea what mental illness looks like, and they're going into units where people are screaming and drooling and throwing things and fighting, and they're quitting and they're not handling it well.
Yeah.
And so they were like, in addition to coming here and doing a class every week or 2, that's awesome. We love that. Do you want to be part of the orientation? Come and try to let people know what they're getting into, and because you have a lived experience. And I'm like, you're asking me to talk in front of people? Ask me again.
Don't mind if I do.
Let me think about it. Is there TV? And so that's a really cool opportunity. And I immediately went to what you and I used to do, is role playing, because it's so freaking effective.
Yeah.
And it's a great way for us to get, our foot in the door and let people know what we're doing. So I'm excited about that.
That sounds really awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
The idea, and hopefully at the end of the year, we'll say this is what happened, is that all the places in Cincinnati, at least in Hamilton County, that have inpatient psych or outpatient, like partial hospitalization programs, have us there too.
Yeah, that would be great.
Because there are not that many of them. And, somebody spending 2 hours a week or 2 hours every 2 weeks to get our message out will do more for our advertising than we've done in 17 years.
Yeah.
Because we're getting right to the people that need it. So I'm excited about that. So I'm excited about about this year. I'm happy about that.
Good. Well, happy to have you around. Happy to have you back.
Thank
I
you.
always like seeing you. I always like having you here.
Thank you. It's a great example of my life is better when I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm better when I'm here.
And people like having you here too.
I love that. I got goosebumps. He told me, Chris, our boss, he's like, you're the best I got at the people part.
Mm-hmm. You truly are. And
You're the
that's
best
a
I've
fact.
seen. And I'm like, thank you. I mean, it means a ton to me. And that's why I love being here, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm excited about it. Last year sucked ass.
Yeah.
But some really good things came out of it. And that's nice. But I miss that girl.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for this year. So
I'm excited that you're excited.
thank you very much. You've stuck with me and I appreciate it very much. And you know this means the world to me. So
Done what I can.
you're the best.
I try to be. So anything else?
What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to see a place tomorrow.
Yay, by my house.
Yes.
Yay.
And that's all I got planned. In therapy, of course.
On Saturday?
Yep.
I think we're predicted a lot of snow.
Sunday.
Do you think it's going to happen?
I'm hoping so I don't have to come into work on Monday. But then I'm stuck with my noisy neighbors, so.
No shit, right? Do you have a sled?
No.
I got to go buy Dollar General.
Or if you have a trash can lid.
Yeah, or
There you
one
go.
of those really cool wading pools. You can get like 4 people in one of those.
Or just a couch cushion, simply.
Does that work?
No.
I don't think so. What am I doing this weekend?
I don't know. What are you doing this weekend, Bill?
Watching football.
Ooh, true. Who are the Bengals going up against this week?
Steelers. So
I want them to beat the crap out of the Steelers. I do not like the Steelers.
hate the Steelers.
Same.
And if they win, they finish with a winning record and they have an outside chance of getting into the playoffs, which would be cool because nobody
That'd be
wants to
really
play the
cool.
Bengals. Joe Burrow's had, an amazing year. It's a shame that he's not literally in the running for the MVP.
He got the Nickelodeon MVP. He got the MVP.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
They still slime people.
Yeah, they do, but he didn't get slimed.
If the Bengals were 12-5, he'd be the MVP.
Yeah.
It sucks that he's had to do.
Which I think, in my opinion, makes him a bigger contender
I
for
agree.
MVP. I feel like he needs to be more of MVP because he's been able to do everything that he's done with a losing streak.
Exactly. And they've scored more than 30 points several times and lost games, which you cannot do.
Which is.
Defense sucks.
But a lot of that, too, I just don't know. I mean, Bengals are super fun to watch, but I have a theory.
Mm-hmm.
And this may be a bit of a paranoia Cincinnati fan theory.
Okay.
But the NFL hates the Bengals. The refs hate the Bengals. We are not favored in the upper management sphere of the NFL.
I don't see that, but I hear other people say that. But I don't.
So I'm not the only one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm not alone in my opinion. Okay, cool. Because I don't know anything about anything when it comes to sports. I'll be honest with you. I've just really gotten into it this past year. Gives me hope. Gives me something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Gives me something to do every Sunday, Thursday, Saturday,
Along those lines,
Monday sometimes.
if the Bengals don't make the playoffs, that's kind of a big deal for a lot of people. The end of football, because like you said, there have been times that's all I had to look forward to.
Exactly.
So that's kind of a tough one.
And then
And
we
it
move on.
happens.
Then we move on to March Madness.
We do. And
Then
that's
it's a
happy.
whole new world.
I'm happy
That's
about
exciting.
that. I like basketball now.
Me too.
Except Luka Doncic is hurt.
That's not good.
Physical, not, heartbroken. Mm-hmm. We didn't talk about Joe Burrow's house getting broken into
We did not.
or his 22-year-old employee. Are you okay with that?
Oh yeah.
You're a
I'm
good
not
wife.
I'm not too concerned. I don't much see competition.
Good for you. As long as the checks don't bounce.
Exactly.
I'm really interested.
In my head relationship. I'm not too concerned about
Mrs. Joseph Lee Burrow.
it.
No one's ever contradicted me on that when I call you that.
Oh, it's true. Nobody's ever challenged it. Not even Joe Burrow himself.
And he has plenty of opportunities to. This is a
I know,
very
right? It's a
public
public
forum.
forum.
Good one. We public forumed each other.
That does not sound good.
I'm very curious to talk about why Michelle didn't have any money for Christmas this year.
No, we can talk about this off air. I'm not going to
Okay.
air my mom's dirty laundry.
Oh, I didn't expect. I just want to throw it out there for a pin. But I'm glad that you didn't get love bombed.
Yeah, that's true. That's nice.
I didn't love bomb anybody because I didn't have any money. I got to think of one other thing I got for Christmas. I was all excited about the earbud.
You got what Anna gave you, the little sloth thing that you can turn inside out.
Oh, you know what? Okay, that's really cool. It's a sloth and it has a happy face,
Mm-hmm.
and his eyes are closed because it's asleep, and it has a sad face, and it turns inside out. But you can pull it apart so you see both of them.
Ooh.
Right? Exactly. And so I'm, at the kitchen table doing my kitchen table thing, making notes and writing poems and drawing pictures. And Melissa grabs it and goes like this, and I looked at it and it freaked me out. And to the point where I'm like, I don't want to see that because you can't decide,
Turn it back inside itself.
Exactly. Exactly. Only she does what I do, where you just wear it into the fucking ground. So she kept doing it over and over and over. I'm like, is that what I do to people? It
That
is.
is what you do to
I
people,
exhaust
yes.
people.
But in a great way.
I'm exhausted.
I like your Avatar socks.
Thank you. Aang. Did you see the movie?
No.
Me neither. Did you see the second series? Did they do a second series?
The Korra one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't The Adventures of Korra. What was it?
I think it was, yeah.
Was it The Adventures of
Yeah,
Korra?
pretty sure that's what it was.
Who's your favorite? Toph was my favorite.
Yeah, I love Toph.
Toph's badass. Cool.
Yeah. Appa is actually probably my favorite.
My favorite episode is the one where they're flying and Appa falls asleep. And
and
so they're plummeting.
Ah!
And Aang's like on top of him, pulling his eyelids open. Going, you gotta wake up, buddy.
Well, I think that's it for today.
We did well.
We did.
I'm happy with our
Good
first show of 2025.
Yes, me too.
Do you know what? I had someone mention this to me. That's not like someone that I'm related to that has to say nice things. And they're like, in a really stressful year, you guys did a great job of being really consistent. And we did. I don't know how many we put out, but I bet we put out 30.
Yeah, we're on 15 part 2. So I don't know how many we got on part 1 before we switched over to this channel, but I'm thinking it's probably more than that.
Yeah, maybe. This is really cool.
I'll have to look. Yeah.
And this year won't be live online therapy. It'll be whatever we want to talk about.
It'll be a little bit of online
A
therapy.
little bit. Hey, off air.
Okay.
Something else.
Bye, y'all.
Have a good weekend.